Back in the 80s, when Centipede and Pac-Man were the hits of the arcade, two video game designers had a dream to create the ultimate fighting game.
Both Ed Boon and myself wanted to explore the possibilities of doing a fighting game, and we both had our different ideas on it, and we kind of came together and talked about that and decided that this was something we wanted to pursue.
And when that dream finally became reality, it revolutionized the video game industry forever.
I think we finished the game in 8 months, and we put it on test in the arcades, and everybody, we noticed a big crowd of people around it, and we knew we had something, at least popular. We didn't know it was going to become what it did.
Since 1991, Mortal Kombat has sold more than 15 million home games. More than $570 million have been dropped into the arcade machines, and 2 feature films have been produced based on the hit arcade game.
I don't think we could have guessed in a million years that it would get to this level. And now, when something big happens, it doesn't take us back as much. We don't get intimidated by it, really. We just kind of feel like it's all part of the process, and it's just all the more pressure to make the next game better, because it becomes expected that everything with the name Mortal Kombat on it is going to be the biggest thing in its industry.
But after all the success, you'd think video game designers Ed Boon and John Tobias would take a break from all the frenzy. Wrong. They're busy working around the clock cranking out the next installment in the Mortal Kombat legacy, MK4, the eagerly awaited 3D version, which will hit the arcades next year.
I think both of us are real fighting game fans. Number one, we play all the games that are out there. Some we like, some we don't like. Mortal Kombat we try to keep as original as possible. I think competition-wise, we always seem to just beat everybody out in the arcades. We're pretty confident, I think, when we put one of the games out that it's going to do real well.
We've managed to do these games relatively quick because we're really trying to capitalize on the anticipation that the public has for the next one. Unfortunately, they're a lot less patient than we have time to execute them. There's a lot of work that people don't realize goes into these games, but still we really want to keep this Mortal Kombat thing, fresh and current.
Their latest creation is MK Trilogy, a compilation which will be made available for the Sony PlayStation and the Nintendo 64.
Whenever we release an arcade version of the game, we're limited by memory constraints, and there's only so many characters we can fit in. What we decided to do with Trilogy was just kind of introduce every character that we've ever created in the previous 3 Mortal Kombat games, just to kind of give the player the ultimate Mortal Kombat experience.
We're working on Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Mythologies, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and as well as, Ultimate Mortal Kombat for the home games. So it's kind of become it's just like this beast that we have to keep feeding.